I do have a little tickle in my throat, so I'll probably be coughing throughout this. But I did see the end, so I saw that you guys lost, and quite unflattering way. But I haven't seen anything else in between there at all. So I guess let's just get going and see how you do. And lineup so far, I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. You have Hibana and Callie to be able to get hatches, so you should run a Hibana almost every single time on this map. You can also run Maverick. You can ask your teammate to run Maverick. That'll also be useful. He's useful in pretty much every site here, which is why he's a good band to use.
10 seconds. Drone has located a bomb. 5 seconds to go.
I'm gonna spawn main.
You've located a bomb. Make your way.
What I would do, so you know that they're actually probably in garage, so we probably should spawn in warehouse, because over here, just because that's the hardest place to get spawn peeked from. Like, you can single out the angles from where you can get spawn peeked from and go at them individually or carefully, or let your two teammates go in front of you instead of going out here like this. If you spawn here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7, and even 8 places that you can get spawn peeked from. Here you had 4. So limiting the places that you can get spawn peek from. It's not that I'm doubting whether or not you can get the spawn peek shot. You should be able to. Like, this shouldn't perturb you from going here. But me being safe, I would go someplace that's a little bit harder to get. But that's just me. That's being nitpicky, I would say, on my part.
You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location.
And you do have diffuser, which is good. See, see right there, like, we saw the window first, big window. Like, we should know that we see this window first and be peeking this, and then move up to the workshop window, or not workshop, freaking workout window. Sorry, it's a little late for me right now. But yeah, we should look at this one and then go up to here. We look up here first, so if someone was spawn peeking us right through the corner here, we'd be dead. Like, there's just nothing else that I can say about that. You'd just be dead. We have a little bit better accuracy too, it looks like. Our teammates are just AFK over there. I would, so before you start doing this, because I heard it, I don't know if you did, but listen again. Right there, that's Bandit's MP7. It came from this door here, which means that it's somewhere within garage. So if someone is in behind this room, they can call out to Bandit, hey, Hibana's getting this wall. And since you're taking so long to get it, he could easily run back over here and Bandit trick this free of charge. Nothing stopping him. Not even like Callie's lance only does like 5 damage or something ridiculously small like that to him if he tries a Bandit trick. So she's not a good counter to Bandit tricking whatsoever. Like, she can make it so it's harder for him to hear it, but since it's a Hibana charge, the longer time that it takes for her charge to actually activate, it's really easy for Bandit to Bandit trick it. Even if he if he picks the wrong wall, he can easily just go over to the right one and get that one just as easily. So if you put all of your charges on this wall, if he Bandit tricks this one, misses it, he can go over to this one in time and destroy it. Can't do that for thermite charges, but since you're Hibana, you can. So the way that you could actually mitigate this risk is to drone it out. Figure out what's behind the wall. And you should do this regardless. Before you put any charge on a wall, unless it's a regular old breaching charge, figure out who's on the other side before you place it. Because you don't want to open it and be surprised by what you see, ever. The only exception would be places that you know. And look at that. Danny got the wall.
Activating shock zone.
And he got that wall. So now we don't have any utility left that is useful to the team. and we can't get it. There's no way. All of our hard breach capabilities are gone because you were too impatient to wait. You could have had Buck C4 or not C4, sorry, nade the spot from the window. You could have had Twitch tase him and annoy him. You could have had Zofia concuss him through the drone hole, and then he's just locked in an animation. And he can't use it. You could have had again Callie just make it impair his hearing so he can't hear. You putting it on the two, like here's the giant wall, here's a divider. You putting it on one side and versus the other doesn't change anything. He could be standing right here and he has to just look to get this wall and then look the other way to get this one. He doesn't have to move at all to actually bandit trick you. So that's why you shouldn't really put it on the two opposite sides. If we actually go back here, oops. And we look at the wall, where we should do it for starters is we should have one like this one's not horrible, I would say. I would put it a little bit more inside and keep it low too so that someone repelling can get it. And then you should also have one like up above here that kind of overlaps them, but not quite. You should have it still on this second wall just so it's harder to bandit trick. You should have it overlapping there. Or higher up and on the side here, so you can look into garage, because garage window is like right here. Then you can get an angle on rafters, and then it's harder to hold it, and you can stop someone from going through the rotation hole that's going to be behind here too. You'd have to hug this to be able to see the rotation hole, but it's still an option. You're opening up angles to stop them from doing what they need to do or to be comfortable with what they're doing. Doing it on the two far sides like that really doesn't do as much as you could. It's the basic gist of that. And another thing you should also keep in mind, like, yeah, your entire team was pretty much AFK within the first 30 seconds of the round, but you can wait until the last 30 seconds, open up the wall, and you should be able to execute onto site just as easily. The wall being open and early in the round, all it does is it makes it so that you can your team can hold an angle on the defenders and wait for them to become impatient, which you shouldn't do. You shouldn't wait for the offenders to become impatient and to peek you, because then that's them making mistakes. If we play a perfect game and the enemy plays a perfect game, they will not do that. They will never peek you until it's absolutely necessary to. So don't plan on having it open always within the first minute. Your goal should be that, but you shouldn't rely on that all the time. I like this, getting the long angle. We should drone it out, figure out what's in there.
Drop the diffuser.
I believe we still have our first round. I can't remember if it was destroyed or not. I don't think it was. So yeah, you should still have your first round.
On your feet!
Drone ready.
There's that one. And now it's gone.
Enemy spotted! Office!
And we just missed.
Enemy located!
Don't go back and forth between the two angles. Pick one and stick with it. If you go back and forth like this, you're gonna miss him, and then he's gonna kill you. He has to peek one angle while you're peeking two simultaneously, and while you're doing this, you're exposing yourself to more angles as you do it. If you were to go back and just hold this angle here, then you don't have to worry about this entire side of the room, and now you're safe from it. All you have to worry about is this angle, and then you might have to flick to the window, and that's it. If you hold right here, well, then you're waiting for him right here, and then you can hear the vault option from the person going through the window. And if you go back far enough, you can have the window cover this angle so you don't have to worry about it. And now you're just worrying about this angle and the door angle. And then if someone decides to walk into your line of sight, going back and forth, you're just making it harder for yourself and making it easier for them to kill you. Good job killing that doc.
Loading you back!
Charge ready. Reach.
We know where Bandit is, so we should call it out to our team. We should also call out that we killed Doc. I don't know why we aren't doing that. No one's making any callouts, but just because no one's making callouts doesn't mean you can't make callouts. The most basic thing that you can do is make callouts. Someone on this team could maybe have a broken mic, or their family could be sleeping and they don't want to wake them up. You never know. I had a game where we had a Randy that never talked the entire time, but tried to through text chat simply because his family was asleep and he couldn't talk to us. We were making callouts constantly to him. As a 4-stack, we are making callouts to him and giving him kill after kill after kill because he could do the entry fragging for us. And you need to do that. You need to understand that sometimes just because they aren't talking doesn't mean they aren't listening. We didn't know that he was listening until like halfway through the game. So we were just doing it just to do it, to hopefully give him something. Now we should say Vigil and Garage. Nothing else, really.
Reload!
Vigil, we can say Vigil and Garage. Bandit was last seen in CCTV, so that means that they have way less to drone because they know where Vigil is. He's in Garage. He could go up through metal stairs or he could go up through rafters. But either way, if they were to get on their drones immediately, right now, they would only have to drone out Bandit. Once they find Bandit, they take sight, and then that's that. The game is basically over. The round is, I should say.
Must recover the diffuser.
There he is. He's at the top of metal, so now they actually have to
Diffuser
go
has been
in.
recovered. The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
Bandit dead.
Down to one friendly.
You could make the call up where Bandit was. He was in Metal Stairs hallway or Cash hallway, however you want to say that, or it'd be more CC hallway. But you should make calls. I don't know if these guys are in a 4-stack or not. Regardless of whether or not they are, it doesn't matter. You should make call outs still, in case they aren't. Never assume.
Seconds remaining. The diffuser is now secured. You have dropped the diffuser.
And it looked like he kind of knew where he was, so maybe they are in a 4-stack and they made the call out to him. But you still can't. So let's look at these bans. They banned Capcan. What the heck? Who? They banned it. You guys are... No, you guys banned it. Why did you ban Capcan? Who the... Okay, so... I don't know if you are in a 4-stack, or if they're in a 4-stack, or if you're in a 5-stack with them, or what's going on. But this should not happen. Like, if you feel like your team is making a bad ban, say anything at all. Because that can change who they ban. Same thing with Blackbeard. Like, Blackbeard shouldn't be banned. That should be a Maverick ban, if anything. Maverick or Hibana or Thermite, like a hard breacher ban for this map. Because banning a hard breacher makes defense so much easier. And it makes people struggle on attack unless you know what to do. And if you know what to do, then you don't have to worry. But these two bans are like borderline wasted bans. Capcan is definitely a wasted ban. Blackbeard, if your team struggles with it, I can understand it, but barely anyone plays Blackbeard anyway, so that's kind of a wasted ban. We could go Hibana to help supplement our Thermite, because we know that they can't go in CCTV cache, so a Thermite would be good for that, but now we're limited to just the possibility of bar, which is very unlikely that they'll go there, basement, armory, and church, or bedroom and workshop or workout. The odds of them going downstairs first is very high, so you should go Hibana, just because then you have more hard breach potential. There we go. Beautiful. Excuse me.
We need to locate a bomb.
Okay, we're sitting here AFK for some reason when we should be trying to find out where the site is.
Your drone has found a bomb.
Now we know that they're downstairs.
Ten seconds to insertion.
And we switch to warehouse, so it looks like we're gonna take a,
5
do a
seconds to
blue
go.
take.
You found a bomb.
And now we know
Make your
that
way
they
to
have
its
a
location and defuse it.
So we should call that out to our teammates as well. Here, 1 second, actually. I'm going to... Alright. We're continuing on.
Charge set.
Sorry. We missed the cam there. We probably should have been shooting the cam first, because putting a breaching charge on the window like that, if there's someone in blue, someone's watching cams within the first 15 seconds. I always watch cams within the first 15 seconds. I'd see you put that breaching charge on there. I'd tell whoever is next to blue window, shoot it. Like, shoot it. And then you're dead. Or if someone's even in there, they'll hear you putting the breaching charge on, and you're dead. And we're not droning this. Like, oh, this is madness to me. We're just walking in and crossing our fingers that we have the better reaction time. Like, drone it out. Like, yeah, we saw a pulse over here, but we don't know where he is. By the time that we got done, he could be to our left. He could be up the stairs. He could be in the middle of the stairs. He could be hard right. He could be holding the angle on this door. He could be holding the angle on the next door. He could be like in lounge in the corner there. We don't know, and we're just kind of crossing our fingers that we're faster than him. Yeah, it looks like he was on... Yeah, there's someone on the stairs there. Oh, now our sound is getting a little wonky. Is that me? I think it's your recording software. I think we got the mirror. So that's a vigil. Yeah, we're being spotted by camera. And we lost almost all of our... Like, if you have to think, if you were... Here, I'm gonna go back. If you had peeked him when you were right here, in this spot, you would be dead because of the boss G. You backing up saved your life. Like, that tiny distance there probably would have killed you. Not gonna lie. First thing we should do, shoot default cams. That should be our first thought. Never trust that your teammates got it. Just because you never know. You never know. It looks like you've got a call, so I'm venturing to believe that you're actually in a 5-stack at this point. I did just message you on Reddit to see if you actually are in a 5-stack. I'd venture to say you are, because you knew exactly where he was peeking from. You went right to the spot. But you guys still need the drone. You still need to do all... You're just walking in and just crossing your fingers to know that you're faster than them. And you lost all of your HP because you decided to peek him with a camera, just telling you exactly where you were.
Four last operator standing.
What are we doing now? We have tunnel, so we're going to tunnel, but diffuser is over at main. Looks like we're going for the kill. So, okay, so both of you have a drone, for sure, because I haven't seen anyone go on their drone yet. You could have just simply waited and droned him out. If he was calling out that he was over here, then you could have gone rotation to blue, and you could have pinchered him. You could have stopped the rotation from church and killed him while he's going through church, and he's holding here, so You just have him in this hallway here. If he's in the actual doorway, well, then you could just cross over and pincher him again by going through church and holding the door. Doing what you did was being really greedy and peeking in at the same time for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Friendly operator remaining.
And you should shoot that. Yeah. You have a drone and you're very safe right now, so I recommend using it. Also, you didn't destroy the camera, and you didn't use that. There we go.
Op 4 eliminated.
But your reliance on your reaction time isn't always gonna save you. Your reaction time and your ability to kill someone isn't always gonna work. The reason why people like Matimio and Macy J are able to hit diamond every season isn't because they have amazing gun skill. Both Matimio and Macy J, they're both like average gun skill. Matimio's worse, but they rely on just game sense to get there. Matimio actually has a better KD than Bolo, and I don't know how, but he does, simply because of game sense. So play smarter, and you will win games a lot easier. If that was a good Jaeger player, he wouldn't have been sitting there like that. He probably would have been prone, or he would have gone up on the boxes here, because he knew that you had to go to diffuser. How much time did you have actually? Let's look at that. We go back. You had 40 seconds left. He would have hid back in sight. He knew that he got the call that you were coming in. So if that were me playing Jaeger, I would have gone back into the room and just waited for you to come back and plant. Because now I'm at an advantage and I'm just sitting in sight waiting for you. You have 40 seconds to figure out what the hell you're going to do. And I have all the ground and all the space that I need to be able to do what I want to as Jaeger. I'm guessing they had a rotation in blue, so if he wanted to, he could go into blue. He just get the hell away from you. And since you probably aren't going to use your drone, he doesn't have to worry about you knowing where he is. They know exactly where you are, and that's how they would win.
Op 4 eliminated.
Let's go ahead here. So we know that they can go downstairs still, so I'd recommend still picking Hibana. Still a good pick. We're gonna go Twitch instead. Yeah, we still have Kelly to get the hatch, so I'm okay with that. Hibana, again, would still be better. I don't know quite what we're doing because we definitely don't know where they are. IQ could be telling us if they're downstairs or not.
10 seconds to insertion.
They're either
5 seconds. Must locate and defuse a bomb.
and we lost our Twitch drone. Trying to get a default cam. Don't know where they are. Assume someone made the call that they're up or downstairs. Don't know which one. Either way, we kind of just threw our Twitch drone away right there. The second that if we knew they were up or downstairs, we should have just taken our drone out and waited. There's no reason to have it in there any longer, especially your drone.
Swapping mags.
I'd recommend, I see you have the flash hider on Twitch. I recommend the muzzle brake. Someone who has a lot of time on Twitch, I feel like the muzzle brake is actually better to control recoil. I don't know why it's like that. It shouldn't be like it, but that's my opinion.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
We should have thrown it down on the. Well, no, we should have. Never mind.
The diffuser is now secured. Bomb has been located.
Okay, so that's barricaded off. Now we know that they're in. What should we call it? Workout in bedroom. There we go. Okay, so this is being kill hungry. If you wanted to win the game, you drone out bathroom, figure out if there's anyone in there, drone out bedroom hallway, see if there's anyone in there. If there isn't, you put a breaching charge next to that mirror window, you walk in, you plant. You don't have to worry about anyone at that point. Or you could have your teammate walk in at workout window and run over to you, because then they wouldn't have the line of sight from workshop. The person in workshop wouldn't have the line of sight. You have barricades to your advantage because they decided to barricade everything for whatever reason. Doing this is just trying to go for the kill, which you don't need to do.
Drop the diffuser.
Breach charge complete.
Now we lost the majority of our HP there. Now we don't know where he is. We don't have a switch room. And where was our switch room last, actually? Going back. It was right there. So, it's either captured by Mozzie, or it's destroyed. Either way, it's kind of wasted now. We did a very basic drone into the room, saw that it was clear, but we didn't do anything with that.
One friendly operator remaining. 4 last operators
We killed
standing.
the vigil, and then we died.
We have been eliminated.
We knew that the Jaeger was over there, so I don't know why we weren't already ADS coming around that corner.
4 last operators standing.
Like right there, like you got caught with your pants down right here. We knew he was here, so I don't know why we wouldn't be ADS looking at this already. As we clear over it here.
Remaining.
Here, wait.
4 last operators.
So as we're going across here, I'll slow this down.
Standing.
We clear this, so we would peek into here, clear that, and then we would slowly move over as we're clearing if we weren't confident in everything. By the time that you would have actually cleared this area right here and gone over, like you wouldn't have even been over to this side yet, and he would have peeked, you could have, you just did it, showed me that you could with Vigil, you could have flicked over, killed him, and he would be dead, and you would have won the round. Again, what you could have done of it originally was drone out the hallway and drone out bathroom and everything. You realize, oh, there's no one here. Put a breaching charge on the mirror window, open it up, go into sight, plant the diffuser, you win. But you didn't. You guys went for kills rather than playing the actual
Been
objective.
eliminated.
Which, seeing how this game has gone so far, you guys haven't played the objective once. You kind of did at the last round. You were going for the diffuser, but then you ended up getting the kill anyway. He was in the way of getting the kill, so... Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that you guys are in a 5-stack, because everyone has the same tag except for you. So I'm going to venture to assume that you guys are in a 5-stack and your recording software just didn't record Discord or whatever you're using for a third party. And we're going CCTV first, which isn't bad. We should have something. The mute should be a bandit realistically. So now I'm gonna treat you guys differently because I know that you're probably a 5-stack. At the very least, it's a 4-stack. So the mute should be a bandit, or the Kaid should be a bandit to be able to trick the wall. You being Jaeger is also good. You could also bring Wamai. That way you don't have to worry about capital bolts as well. being able to limit those is very, very big.
Secure the
Whatever
area.
heck
Keep the
this
bombs
guy's on
protected.
about. What do I know?
Area. Keep.
Did wow, I 100% am an idiot. For whatever reason was thinking this was you. That is not you. You are him. So you definitely are in a call with these guys. Definitely in at least a 4 stack. So yeah, you are getting calls. You guys are playing together. It does not look like you guys are playing together whatsoever. There are times where you can clearly see that there's a call out made for you, but for the most part, you guys are not playing together whatsoever. The only thing you guys are playing together in is throwing enough bodies at someone and hoping that you get the kill.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
And to put it further, if you aren't making callouts to this guy, the Randy on your team, if he is a Randy, as this isn't a 5 stack, then I don't know why you aren't. You should be as a 4 stack. Giving him any callouts whatsoever could be helping him at all. He has 3 assists and only 3 deaths. He has the same amount of deaths as everyone else. He's got more kills than someone on your team. He's got more assists than anyone. Those assists could be kills if you make callouts. If he is in the 5 star.
Bomb location compromised. Reporting.
Wall reinforced! Loading new magazine! Look at my evil eye.
Tell him you
10
can get
seconds remaining.
the jammer off the wall.
My evil eye.
5 seconds left.
He shouldn't put it down because we'll probably get destroyed.
Op 4 has
No,
located a bomb.
Still is like that's worthless at that point because if they have a Cali Lance or a Thatcher, it's going to destroy both your Electric Claw. Your Electric Claw is still within range to be destroyed, and it's also going to destroy his mute jammers. So, is there any reason to actually have both of them at that point? You should be using his mute jammers for other walls at that point, or for.
My artillery is on.
Activating jammer.
It looks like we're gonna hold raft. We have 4 people, or not 4, 3 people holding up there, which we don't really need. So one thing you could do is you could reinforce down there. You use 1, 2, 3 people. So I think you still have another person that you could have reinforced on there, unless they got the wall. Oh, what the heck? Unless they have the wall over in construction. The outside wall reinforced. Even then, you still could, because the 3rd person that reinforced the one wall there could have done it. That's just whatever reason you went down there. Don't know why. You're Kaid, you should be anchoring in sight. Realistically, you have a C4, so you could pre-place it down there, but I don't think that's what you're going for. You guys didn't hear anything for the barricade being broken in blue, which is what I'm assuming he did. So that's more unfortunate than anything, but there's no reason for us to jump down here in the first place. We already have Jaeger roaming, like he should be fine doing what he needs to do. And I don't like that you immediately took away the kill cam. He could have more people with him. He could have looked at someone else while he was just about to kill you, and you could have seen that in the kill cam. And then you could call to your teammates, oh, there's like 3 people in blue. Or in blue stairs, I should say. Not blue. Same difference. Let's hit bond charges going off on the wall. So what we could do is we could go on cams for our mic. It wasn't even that well that they got.
Mission failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
We could have been calling out stuff to our teammates, is what I'm going to say there. I don't know where he put his Maestro cams, but you don't even know where he put them because you weren't looking at them. Making the call out of where Hibana was or whether or not Mavic was actually watching those holes could have made the difference between the round winning and losing. They could have forgotten the warehouse camera on the outside and you could have called out that he was still watching it. We don't know. We didn't look at any of the cams. Now we're going to go Caveira. And Church Arsenal. And did you have... Yeah, don't use the M4. Like, just no. This is trash. Lowest fire rate weapon in the game. Decent damage, but it doesn't make up for it at all. You have the flash hider, which is decent, I guess. But you should use the shotgun. The shotgun, in my 140 hours of her, has proven to be a way better gun than that stupid M12. See, and then now we have a bandit instead of a Kaid. Or even a mute. A mute could get the hatch, but I don't know if you guys know that you can get the hatch with the mute charge. I don't know if they can. You can still park
Protect the bombs.
Not. But right now is when we should be bringing a Kaid. I don't know why we're bringing a bandit now.
Barbed wire is up. Ready to go.
Good that you're going and getting the hatch. You didn't have to have your silence step active because Jackal is. Maybe it's just how you usually play it, which I'm not gonna keep bothered by at all. You'll get it on track by the time the round begins. That's the thing. We should destroy or shoot that jukebox. While it will make it easier for the attackers to hear, it's more important for you to hear as Caveira. You're roaming, you need to hear everything that you possibly can.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds left.
Another fun thing that you can do is you could prep this window right here. I don't know if you knew that you could do this, but you can prep the window right here. Yeah, the drones might hear you and see you do it, but you can prep it. And then if they're in kitchen, they go through the kitchen door. Like they have to go through kitchen door. This is the only stipulation of this. You can jump out here and run in through kitchen door. If you have your pistol out, you won't be detected by the time you get in. And 9 times out of 10, it catches people with their pants down and it's free kills.
5 seconds left.
And free interrogations if you're Cav.
Op 4 has yet to locate a bomb.
Oh, they changed the sound of the gun reloading on that too. That's how little I play that. I don't even know the sound anymore. And as Cav, this is more important as you're playing Cav. What you should have done is you should have stayed I would have said stayed in CC and just gone on your cams right away, like immediately. Figure out where they're coming from. If they shoot out all the cams but warehouse cam, then you know that they're probably not going to come through garage unless you see them walking through there. If they shoot all the cams but the one that's by construction, well then you know that they're probably coming from over in this area. They probably spawned in main or warehouse. But this is when you should get on the cams. The safest time within the round of a defender is the first 15 seconds. It takes 10 seconds, I want to say, for a Amaru hook to charge. And where you were, you could have easily figured out where people were coming from and gone off your cams and be prepared for it. So you should be doing that as Cav. I would not hit that now because that could be client-side debris and you could be dead. So it's blocked for you, it could not be blocked for them, so I would abandon that post altogether right there. Or rotating down for blue for some reason. We know that they got the hatch.
talk. You can run, but you can't hide.
Okay. Habana is dead. Apparently someone killed Habana. This is the bad thing about me not having my sound. I would say just abandon that at that point. And
You have
there you
entered
go.
an enemy controlled area. Leave now. You have been spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
He just kind of disappeared there. That's super risky to do that, but I'll allow it. Not a bad idea to just hole up in here. You have diffuser, they have to come to you. This is where the shotgun would be super useful. Then you can just hide in a corner and then you can limit the angles that you can go. So now you're getting pinchered. And you have zero cover now. Window on your right. Now he has a diffuser for free. If we had our shotgun, we could have killed him or downed him and then baited him with a fake interrogation and then had the third guy coming. There we
If you
go.
remain in this zone, you will be detected by hostiles.
And now he got away scot-free.
Op 4 has located a bomb. You know what to do. 15 seconds left. Time expires in 10 seconds. A bomb has been located by Op 4. Op 4, last stop standing. Op 4 eliminated.
You won that round, but there was a lot of stuff that could have gone wrong. Simply them droning you would have killed you when you're in the kitchen area there. You let Capital just walk away with the diffuser as well. Like, you saw him and you still didn't kill him. You tried to hip fire him for whatever reason. If you had the shotgun, then the hip fire would have been warranted. But with the pistol, like, the hip fire spread is so bad now that you can't really do that. But we almost just gave them that round on a silver platter after we had an interrogation. If they had been droning, if they had been communicating, you wouldn't have gotten that at all. Like,
Mission successful.
and Thermite was deep in sight. All he had to do was hold the crossfire, and he would have been fine. Oh, excuse me. Jaeger was upstairs, so Capital could have gone from blue into church. I don't know if you guys had a rotation. No, you did not have a rotation in blue because he didn't have anyone playing in there, so he had to go through there. Capital could have gone in through the door sooner, seen that Doc was in dirt. Thermite would have refragged off of him, grabbed the diffuser, gone into sight, planted, and now he only has to hold one angle off from you two because both you and Jaeger were coming back from the same exact spot. Don't know if you guys would have changed where you were coming back at, but it looked like you were going to stick with it. I don't know what your friend is doing. He's being that stupid, toxic type of person, but okay.
Secure the bombs.
Again, we're going Kaid on the site that we probably should have Bandit on, and our team is going Bandit on the site that we should probably go Kaid on. Hey.
Artilla is on.
I don't know if you thought you needed to pick that up, but no, you cannot pick that up from the ceiling.
Reloading, cover me.
10 seconds remaining.
So yeah, we only have two people
Op 4
reinforcing
located a
right
bomb.
now.
Protect it. 5 seconds and counting.
I don't know why we're trying to melee it.
Op 4 has
Just
located a bomb.
shoot
Get
it.
ready to engage.
Yeah,
Deploying explosive ordnance.
we have 3 people reinforcing that entire time. So we 100% right now could get garage, and then that's just limiting the angles that they can use on us, and then we can better hold garage. So I don't know why we aren't doing that at all. But okay, let's just continue. Now jacuzzi's open.
Doorway barricaded.
I don't know if your teammate opened up all that stuff, or if you guys, or if they did. That's... yeah. We're making a lot of noise.
Be advised, Op 4 has located a bomb.
I don't know how that surprised us, because we saw him
Be
break
advised,
open
Op 4 has
jacuzzi
located a
door.
bomb.
So if we, this is even more surprising. I just realized we didn't even look to see the angle from the doorway. We didn't look for that one. We didn't look for a rotation doorway. We didn't look for anything. We just assumed that we were safe after we just heard him break open the wall and we didn't hear a repel sound. We know he is definitely there. He hasn't jumped down. He hasn't rappelled up. He is there. We have to figure out where he is. We could have a teammate look on the camera in the hallway and give us a better idea than limiting our angles as to where he is. But we know he is there, and we still died to him. We almost killed him too, which is even like, again, it's that idea that you're relying on yourself having the better gunplay than your enemies, and because of that, you're dying more often than what you should be. Like, you 100% should have killed him there. If you had been prepared and looked for him, you would have killed him.
Op 4 is defusing
And you had a
bomb.
camera there too, so your teammate could have looked at it. One of your dead teammates could have looked at it, said he's not in hallway. Okay, hallway angle is clear. So now you look to your right. You see that he's in the rotation hole. He's dead.
Disable their diffuser.
There you go. You stand a better chance of winning then.
You have entered an enemy-controlled area. Leave now.
And for whatever reason, your castle got on cams right after everyone's dead but him, so you guys should be on cameras. But he's already
If you
given
remain
up,
in this
so
zone,
you're
you
just
will
gonna
be detected by
rise.
hostiles.
Yeah,
Your location has been compromised.
gotta save that KD, am I right? And Buck
Op 4 has
almost got
successfully
to him.
defused a bomb. Mission failed.
He could have thrown an 8 and killed you.
Op 4 has successfully...
Yeah, there's a lot of issues with this. I don't know what your rank is. I'll probably look at it here in a second. We'll go and look at your page and see how you do on there. Like, see what your operator picks are. Like, if you pick a lot of them or not. But like, this is, you guys are playing as a team. The only way you're playing as a team is you're like, okay, we have 5 people. We know that there's 2 people here. If we throw enough people at these 2 people, maybe we'll come out with them being 0 and us being 3. And then it's a 3v3. There we go. We traded enough for it. So that's really poor way of playing. Like, you didn't drone like hardly at all. Like, the only time that you really droned was when you were in the prep phase, and that was it. There was no other droning going on. Simply droning out, figuring out where people are will help you a long way. And then also playing smarter, thinking about what's going on, having your teammates look at cameras when you're dead. I mean, if you guys really want to improve, I mean, you're having me do this VOD review for you, so I'm guessing you want to improve in your gameplay, and you want your teammates to improve as well. So ask them to look at cameras for you. It's a simply asking them to do it will probably do it. Like, they'll probably say, yeah, whatever. like screw off or whatever, screw you, but they'll still do it eventually, and they'll look at it and say, okay, so they could have said, here we'll draw. This is bathroom. Whoops. Here, get rid of all this too. So we have bathroom here, and then we had our wall with a rotation open here. Then we had bedroom door. We could have found out. Here's bedroom with the door. We could have found out if Buck was actually in the hallway or not, because we know that he's here. Again, we knew that he was here in this area. So we could have found out if he's not here, that means he has to be here. So we could have looked over, been pre-aiming at it at the very least, either head level or crouch level. He's probably crouch level because we haven't heard him whatsoever. He's probably crouch walking around like a little bimbo, whatever you want to call it. And then you could have killed him. But no, we just walked away and thought that we were completely safe. Like there was buckshot holes in this wall here. I don't know how you couldn't have recognized that he had just opened up jacuzzi wall right here. However he opened it up, you know that he opened it up. Simply having someone look at a camera could have saved our life and could have made that last round winnable in that situation. Every game or every single round in this game is winnable, by the way, even if you have 1 HP because of one shot headshot. If you simply shoot them in the head, you win. So you should always try and do something. Yeah, it sucks that the castle was left in a 1v5 situation. It's even worse to me that he was getting on a camera as he's the only one left in a 1v5. So that's just telling me more that you guys really don't go on cameras for each other. You don't drone for each other. You don't do anything to help with the team. You just you have 5 solo players going in and crossing your fingers that you come out on top, which isn't how you want to play the game. It's good to be able to 1v5 all the time, but you need to be able to play as a team. The only time you're playing as a team is callouts every now and then that's it. Like I really don't know what else to say. Like you guys push together, and that's pushing together is very vague to say. You guys all threw your bodies at the team at the same time, but I don't know if that's counted as push together or not. But I'm gonna call it that. And that's about all that you guys did. I'm gonna go and look at your R6 tab here. Okay, so you're gold 2 right now, and wait, yeah, you are gold 2 right now. You pretty much the highest that you've been, and you have, oh my god, you guys are okay. So you're hovering here in gold 2, which I mean that seemed like a gold 2 game to me, in all honesty. You don't have a positive KD, which isn't great. You should. It's not like super telling how you like your KD or whatever. But it should be something like you should be trading 1-for-1 with what you get. And from what I've seen, you have the gunplay to be able to do that, but you just don't use your head while you play, and that's what's killing you more than your actual gun skill or your gun skill, which is something that is easily improved upon. If we go back to your operators here, I mean, that's really what I would want to see, which is you have one person, 1 or 2 people that you play a lot, and then everyone else is just kind of there. You play them enough, which is great. Same thing with here is what I'm imagining. Yeah, you have 3 here that you play a lot. Oh my god, those are the exact same ones that I play. This is not okay. Uh, and you play them a lot, and then that's pretty much it. Recognizing too when you need to play Caviera is good. You didn't play her all the time. It wasn't something that you just pulled out whenever you wanted. You obviously recognize that you play better with her than when you do with all the other people that you play with. It's very clear that you do. And then you pick her when you know that you can play her, which is how you should be playing her, which is great. I love to see that. And then yeah, you have time on everyone else, which is great. All the other operators that you have time on, even to Chanky King. Nice. But yeah, honestly, just playing smarter will go much, much further for you than what you have for gun skill. Because what you have for gun skill right now is very good for where you are. Like, it's pretty much a gold 2 level gun skill. If you had gold 2 mindset, you could probably, like, because you could probably get into gold 1 and then probably tickle plat 3 if you wanted to. But right now, with how you're playing like you're a silver, in all honesty. You hardly drone, you communicate only when it's necessary, and you don't ask your teammates for help. Like, even if they weren't Randy's, they were people in a call with you. You had the opportunity to communicate with them all the time, and it didn't look like you were whatsoever. So, I don't know what else to say besides that. Really just playing more as a team if you're gonna play in a 5-side, and being smarter about how you actually play the game will go a lot long. Will take you farther than your actual gun skill that you have right now. Because again, your gun skill is good, but your game sense and your decision making is really, really bad.